Anybody out there? I doubt it. Maybe physically, but not consciously. I don't know. Got nobody in here yet. It says nobody watching. Nobody's liked the video yet. I guess I could, huh? Okay, nope. No, I can't even click like on it. But everybody's going, what the fuck is that? Floating in the air there. Yeah. Uh-huh. This is my buzz catcher. You just grab one of these and you catch a buzz. Ooh. And they spin around. Have 4 different flavors. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things, there's stuff right in the dust jacket here, right? In the right in here. There's some important stuff in here. For one, it tells you right here that the treasure chest isn't out there. It says this memoir includes a true story about a secret treasure and an outrageous dare. Unlock the clues that are scattered among these pages, and you can go home with a bronze chest so full of gold and precious jewelry it's almost too heavy for one person to carry. Forrest said that if he were younger, he'd go back and get it himself. Figure out the clues. Doesn't say anything about finding anything. Says you can go home with it if you figure it out. If you figure it out, you can go home with it. That's a prize. The actual treasure that was out there was a treasure that represented the memories of riding to Yellowstone, staring out the window 50 hours each way. And even in the dust jacket, the bullet right there. And this is the plane that he crash landed. It's related to the bullet because the plane had a bullet hole coming out the top of the fuel tank, just like the bullet car I found has a bullet hole coming out the top of the fuel tank. And I'm inside because it's raining outside. Well, it was raining. It was raining real good. I got to put up some stuff to catch some rainwater. But this is my buzz catcher. This little guy right here, that's Buzz. he's he's the buzz catcher. I had to get up early this morning and go and do some labs. And I thought, oh, they have me do lab. They only had two vials. It's like that's all. Usually I got 8 or 9. I got a doctor who knows what he's doing. He only did 2 labs. The hematologist. Give me the important ones here. And my dog took my brush. That's why my hair is not brushed. I don't know where it is. It's a horsehair brush, and they like things like that. And you got to have everything put away, hanging up where they can't get it, and all that shit. But another big important clue is the bullet point after every chapter. Right there, that square. That's a bullet point. Normally, you have a list of bullets. Well, this square bullets around. It's like it's still a bullet point. It's called a bullet point. No matter how round bullets are, that is called a bullet point. You dumb. Some people use the lamest excuses to exclude, or I call it discount, the answers I've given. They won't even credit Peggy for her part in the chase. ode to Peggy Jean. An ode is a chorus. It's a Greek chorus. And I have to move my picture down closer to my camera, maybe make this smaller. Because I'm looking up at the sky, and you see I got the earth up there on my ceiling. And this is my bedroom in my RV. Plastic bag's my laundry. My laundry's in there. I got to hang my laundry on the wall to keep the dogs from digging my laundry out and eating my socks and destroying my underwear. What's with dogs and underwear? The ode to Peggy Jean, an ode is a Greek chorus. A chorus, everybody plays their part. And nobody gives Peggy credit for her part. She told you what it was. She told you it was the bullet. That's her only freaking quote. The only time Forrest quoted her is in Once Upon a While. He said, "You should call it the bullet because it is shot." And Once Upon a While come out 5 months after I brought the bullet car to Fenn. A lot of people didn't even if you don't even have Once Upon a While, why the are you still in the chase? If you've never had it, never read it, why are you still here? Because if you haven't, you're clueless. At the end of Important Literature, yeah, Puppy got a hold of the book and chewed the corner up. In Important Literature, there's a Buffalo Cowboy car. There's rope tied to the Buffalo Cowboy. You got a ball of string, and the ball of string, all these strings. There's a lot of strings attached to this. The Buffalo Cowboy car. Why couldn't he say they just tied a rope to it? Why did he use the term anchor rope? Maybe because the chase was based on the anchor? Yes, that's it. And Peggy's a part of the art in here. Why can't she? It was her treasure as much as it was Forrest. Why can't Peggy have a part? She had her part. She played her part. She was part of the chorus. It was the ode to Peggy Jean. And 5 months after I brought the bullet car to Fenn, he put out Once Upon a While with The Bullet Comes Home. The Bullet Comes Home. And okay, get on here. Peggy named my wonderful car the Bullet because she said it was shot. Out of respect, we never used that term when we were within earshot of the car. Why didn't they want us? They didn't want, because that car was a living spirit. The car had consciousness. It knew. If you cursed your car didn't do good for you. Right there. Peggy named my wonderful car the Bullet because she said, yeah. But in Ramblings and Rumblings, it's more of a quote. It's you should, or there's the bullet, the scrapbook about the bullet, and there it's she said you should call it the Bullet because it's shot. Now, what do you think Bonnie and Clyde named their book, huh? And then Speaking of Bonnie and Clyde, the chapter which some people are, oh, look, Captain America, comic books, Captain America. What's on there? His bulletproof shield. He had a bulletproof shield. But here's this chapter about a guy with a comic book store. And what's he got? Joe, whose life experiences, both extremes of work and hardships, his space, he told of being in Hillsboro, Texas, while it was robbed by Bonnie and Clyde. Right there, Bonnie and Clyde. His gangsters fled, and a piece of paper fell from Bonnie's coat pocket. It was a poem, and she had written, Joe picked it up and kept it all these years. He pulled the crumpled paper from his Bible and let me see it. It wasn't worth reading, but I think it was Joe's claim to immortality. The poem of Bonnie and Clyde, Bonnie's poem. Okay, but they had a bullet car too. And then me in the middle, speaking of me in the middle, right after things I covet, click, click. Well, here's Moses. He covets Moses. And Moses is important. He even says so right here. Moses was an important figure in the Bible. As I watched Leo Salazar carve, yeah. And what's he do? Leo points out that's where Moses received the 10 Commandments, Leo said, as he spoke like some kind of omnipotent religious guru. Success is an omnipotent guru. You people are so stupid. Bill Gorman said it, so I'm going to ignore it. That's your mentality. It's bias, and it's narcissism, because you're so biased with your solve that nothing I say is going to interfere with your beliefs that are flawed. You don't have any of the crap I got on this chase. Very good. Of course, I got too far to walk here. What is too far to walk? 7 miles. Why is 7 miles too far to walk? That because it was worth the cold. After they crashed with the Buffalo cowboy car in the creek, they were wet and it was cold, and they had to walk home 7 miles. And they didn't realize how much fun it was till much later. Well, God damn, doesn't that say it was worth the cold, long walk home? 7 miles from town, from where the Buffalo left them stranded, because they took off with the front wheels of the car. They're certainly not going to be driving home with that car. And then Skippy's car shows up at West Yellowstone at the finale. Yeah, I still got Jack. I got Jack, Jesus. It's Jesus. Come here, Jesus. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. This is Jesus. He's my good buddy. Aren't you, buddy? See, he's half like his mother and half like his dad. He was born dead. Oh, your buddy? Who's my buddy, huh? Are you my buddy? Yes. I come in here because it's raining outside. That's Jesus. You want to sit? You want to sit here on the camera? Huh? Look at yourself. Do you? Huh? Huh. Mm. Now I got my the little one right here too. This is Azure. Azure, you pretty girl. She's a little one. Some guys buying a lot a few blocks from here, and they're supposed to be back in another week or two. And they said they're gonna buy. They're taking Azure. She just 6 dogs is too much, huh? Azure, pretty girl. Yeah, yeah. Jack, he's getting old. He's gonna be. Let's see. He's gonna be 9. He was born in I don't know 2017, I think. No, yeah, because I brought him to. Was that when I brought him to? Yeah, that no, he was born in 2016. He's gonna be 10 in December. Jack's maybe got probably 5 years left. I don't know. He keeps getting in dog fights. Um, you can't hardly touch him in some places because he's it was a fight with he gets in a fight with the daddy dog of Jesus. Oh Jesus, you a good boy, huh? You my good boy. Yeah. Um. Yeah. The answer. And the asterisk in the book that would never be written is right there at the end of the line. At the end of the line, you've done everything. You're at the end of the line. And this is a stain, but look how much it looks like somebody flying through a cloud. Um, but at the end of the line, there's the asterisk. The star is the asterisk. At the end of the line, this is important literature. It is the book of answers. And in the back cover, he talks about this book came off the press when the author was 1 month past 87 years old. Okay, 87, what was 2017? 27. This is a month after that. So I brought the bullet car to Fenbury 2 months, 2 months and 2 weeks before he was 87. And then a month after that, he releases this book. And he thinks that's pretty remarkable because I ran out of words. It's just my last story was sent to the page designer. Now I'm going to read all of the stories again and laugh at my stick figures. That's right. Forrest drew a lot of drawings in this book. We want to thank Douglas Preston for writing such an insightful foreword. He spoke from having been down in the trenches with Forrest. We also must thank Danica Perkins for bravely uh, okay. You know what? This is different from. Oh no, no, yeah, it's different from the front one. There's one in the front too. That was in the back. But what's in the front one is the important part, the important stuff. Because what's in the front of this dust jacket ties directly to my solution. is this is Forrest's 11th book, and each of its 39 chapters reveals a mini episode in the life of a man who never rested. He writes about jumping off terrifying Leon River Bridge as a young teenager, riding a fast horse through the mountain passes with Red Ryder and Little Beaver, and nearly everything in between. Some of the words have clauses. Some of his words have clauses on them, although we really don't know what that means. You'll have to read the book and decide for yourself. So the words have clauses. So yeah, do this, and like clauses are, these are the things you do to complete the documentation or whatever. The clause is the document. The book has to be written. But what's important here is right there. Riding a fast horse through mountain passes with Red Ryder and Little Beaver, and nearly everything in between. Everything in between Pagosa Springs and South Fork. Red Ryder was based on Wolf Creek Pass. The Secret of Wolf Canyon is a Red Ryder book by Fred Harmon. Fred Harmon, according to Forrest, got cancer and shot himself, and it wasn't with a BB gun. It was a heavy load. And there are a lot of people out there just don't want to admit that Forrest shot himself. I had to, one of the pages, one of my followers on Facebook is Muriel Hemingway, Ernest Hemingway's daughter. I had to talk to her about, hey, you know this guy Forrest, he shot himself with a gun he hunted birds with too. And I got thousands of ignorant Forrest Fenn searchers who can't accept that he might have shot himself. Well, he did. I need another. Get the blue one. It's clogged. It's clogged. I'm trying to. Oh, not clogged now. Yeah, it's on a cord. It slides all, goes all so I can push it out of the way and let them float over there in front of the sign. Has anybody read the whole display on the sign? Yeah. I can adjust that. Oh, do I even have my phone in here? Would I leave my phone outside through the storm? I don't even have my phone with me. I headed outside. My neighbor was over and it started to rain, so I went inside. He went home. Yeah, I talked to my neighbor. Nobody else does. Oh, street. Oh, you hear him? His neighbor's bipolar. Well, yeah, the guy admits it. You know, and at least he knows. And I don't make harsh jokes about, but I do joke about it. You know, like I told him, you're stuck in the mud. When he gets on one subject for two, it's like, man, you're stuck in the mud. Pull yourself out. Control yourself. Yep, my Yep, while the elephants are running by. Yeah, I got the other one too, you know. Uh, 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 uh. My laptop had crapped out, so I gotta wait for more part because I had to replace. I replaced it with a desktop. I got tired of laptops, especially I got 2 new laptops in the last 5 years, and both of them gone to crap. But the good thing about that is one had a 2 terabyte hard drive and the other had a 1 terabyte. They're both digital hard drives, and I'm putting those both in this new computer I got. Well, it's not new; it's a 13-year-old computer. But if you want a good deal, I'll show you on Amazon this one I got, and it is. I'll get it up on my other screen here first. But they're selling this for $309. This setup I got. Now I don't know if they're still. Oh, God damn, they dropped it to $289. Look at this shit. Share screen. There. Share. Look at this stuff. $289. This is Optiplex. 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0. Mine didn't come with it, so the Bluetooth. So they gave me a dongle that does the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth 5.0. Ended up with 16 gigabyte, 2 terabyte hard drive, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, DVD rewriter, dual 24-inch LCD monitors, Windows 11 Pro. And really, it's a real system. There's the 2 monitors. There's the computer. You know, they got 2 monitors, and it came with the rack to put them on. I had another rack that I used that was exactly the same. That I used the rack it came with, except I used the mounting of the other one because I could screw it to my window frame here in the RV. And so that it doesn't take up any table space, but it comes with a big pedestal rack. Yeah, that's a hell of a deal right now. But you know what they did? They sent me just the computer with the keyboard and mouse. And I complained to Amazon, and a few days later, the monitors came in, and the Bluetooth dongle came in because the thing didn't have Bluetooth, and my speakers are Bluetooth, of course. You can almost, I don't know if you see it's right back there, that pile speaker, right? Hear that big black box? That's a 12-inch, 1200-watt pile speaker. I got one here. There's one outside, so I can play music in here or outside. The one outside is the same. It fits perfectly in this one storage tote that keeps it out of the weather. So I keep it in there outside. Protects it. And let's see. Let me turn off that sharing. Yeah, that's a hell of a deal. Go look that up. If you need a computer, a good computer, that's a hell of a deal. Mine's working beautiful. And then I've got I wired up extra cables and switch so that I can turn the monitors off in here and hit the switch. And I got a monitor out at my picnic table that's protected from the weather. And I just bring my USB keyboard, mouse, camera that are all plugged into one of these. You got to put the keyboard, mouse, and all that in here. It even has the audio jack there, and just extend the USB out to the table, and the computer stays inside, and I can control it from out there and play the music and make videos and live stream or whatever from outside without risking the computer to these sudden thunderstorms that we've been having like every day. So, hey, Duck. I'm an Oregon duck. He's a geoduck. Geoducks are disgusting. A geoduck is that clam on the beach that has like a big, you know, male organ sticking out of it. Yeah, that's a geoduck. Those are geoducks. They're clams. And there's a geoduck eating contest thumbnail I used on one of my streams because I was trying to show geoduck. You know what you're calling yourself there? It's not a mussel. That's a clam. Oh. But there's other things in here too, you know. And like Vincent Van Gogh, he shot himself too. He said that's the only way that you have to intentionally uh, when you go to you intentionally go there. Let's try and I don't know if that's going to stay that way. I just you can do it that way, huh? This camera is real sensitive. You tap the button and it turns off. There. So, hey, I needed it a little. I wanted it more in front of the camera so I wasn't looking off the side. And it's there's a puppy dog there. She's a good little puppy. Yeah. Yeah, I sleep here under the earth. And you see there's a light up in there. There's a light that lights it up. The ceiling light, I got it covering the ceiling light, so I that's on all the time and it just lights up. The solar power has been because of all the storms and clouds, I haven't been having to run the generator for a little bit every night, like about midnight. Wow. Beers where town in the front. You ran out of beer and the whole town ran out of beer because of your party? Uh, I've been trying to get organized. It's like my yard, I get it all organized, and then a storm comes and blows everything everywhere, and you got to clean it all up again. The way to live out here is live underground, protected from the wind. It's kind of hot too, muggy. It's the rain. Turn my fan on. Get some cool air on my back. Yeah. So there's the floating vape pens again. Take another hit. See, I got orange. That's Tropsical. Orange Crush. Baked banana. And watermelon ice. Oh, the floating vape pens. Yeah. You know, Patton had a barbecue, and he named his dog Willie after a homeless guy that came to his barbecue. Yeah, Patton named his dog Willie too. Geez, Forrest Fenn named his dog Willie after a guy that came to his Fenbury. We got Willie after the 2017 Fenbury when I brought the car. People don't put it. Yeah, oh, really? They don't look at the time sequence. This happened, then that happened. That dog wasn't named Willie until after I brought the car to Fenbury. So how much influence did I have on the name of that dog? And Forrest told me, he said, you'll when you find it, you'll want to make a second trip. Well, making a second trip, is that like making or publishing a book? Yeah, like Eric Sloan, his second trip to Taos, he wrote the book Return to Taos. That's what Forrest was telling me. You want to write the book. When you find it, you write the book. And that's how they launder the treasure. They launder the treasure through publishing royalties. Trying to get this one that's sticking out the side over there. Yeah. You got the third eye going there. Actually, there's one in the back too. I got an eye in the back of my head. And I left my freaking hat, my knit Ranger camouflage tam that I had. I forgot that up in Missoula, Montana. I forgot it in the guy that drove me to the production. I forgot it in his car, and he dropped it off at the hotel. And the hotel, I guess, I never. They wanted more money to have it shipped to me than it cost to make another one, and I just said, "Screw it, keep the fucking thing. I'm gonna get another one." So yeah, I gotta find a knitter to knit me a new tam. A friend of mine said she knew someone that could, but on Facebook, you send someone a message. If they don't look in their message requests, they never see it. Boy, that computer is so cheap. I'm thinking, oh, I should get a second one. No, one's enough. Second would be a good backup, though. But I'm taking all my other. This thing's gonna have. It came with 2 terabytes of hard drive, regular physical hard drive, and I'm putting in a 2 terabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte SSD. And actually, I have two 1 terabyte SSDs I can put in it. And yeah, it'll be good then. Should do, yeah. Well, should replace one of those SSDs I have needs to become the main drive, and that that glass fucking optical drive needs to be a backup. Is all, because they're not very reliable, especially off grid. If you're off grid and your power shuts off, it can destroy your hard drives. So yeah, I just got a new battery in my UPS so that when I don't realize the battery's low and I got to start the generator, if the power turns off, it'll protect the computer while I start the generator. Where at Double Blazes Ranch? That's Mount Blanca, man. The White Mountain, the sacred White Mountain. Oh, Guy told me where there's some gold coins. Oh, Geo, you told me, right? I drove by there. Yes, I drove by that and looked up there from the highway up in that canyon. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go get me some of them $25,000 gold coins. Uh, That's easy. You could sit up there on the hill and watch. Okay, they went to get groceries. To go down there and look. I think I could. You could walk around in it. Just wear green camo. Be hard to see. Nobody gonna see me. It's a tam. Let me see. Um, Post from you. Oh, what? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, I'll do it this way. Uh, why is it so small? There, I'll do it that way. Oh, wait, no, we gotta go save it. Save it. We got pictures. There. I can show you what it looks like. Oh, window there. There. Yeah, looks like that. It's got like a 1 2 inch band, and then it's got a little floppy top on it that like a Scottish tam, except it's camouflage for the Rangers, Rogers Rangers. It's kind of a yeah my own kind of little special forces hat. Yeah, I need another one of those, Nick. But the one that I left in the guy's car, I had these two big eyeballs on the. When you go hiking in the woods, you want eyeballs on the back of your head, on the back of your hat. You want eyeballs back there. That way, that keeps the mountain lions from ambushing you. Because if you're looking at them, they won't attack you. So that's why you want extra eyeballs. When you're out in the woods, because it'll protect you from the mountain lions. You want eyes on the back of your head. Because they know, oh, he's looking. I'm not gonna. There's no surprise if I. They'll attack you if you're not looking at them. So you got eyeballs on the back of your head. You're protected back there. Yes. Hey, low key, lowercase. Okay, he prayed for D's. It was a lowercase D. It was the D at the end of wood. Like at the end of the poem, there's the last 4 lines end with lowercase D's. There's 27. I think it's 27 lowercase D's in the poem, and you do a follow the dot with the D's. Follow the D's, the dots. You draw, and where the X is on paddle, where because there's 2 D's in paddle, and that's where it comes together in the middle. and the paddle up your it kind of draws a landscape if you rotate the tilt the poem over on its side after you drew your follow the dot. Just like and it kind of draws the South Fork Canyon. I made a cartoon. There's a map I made, a picture I made from the poem doing follow the dot of a mountain canyon. I don't know if where is that? Yep. Where'd that go? Come on. Uh, There. Oh, turn that off. Yep. I love having it out here. I just wanted to go, you know, because this part, the mountain pass, the mountain pass, that little beaver in his books, the mountain pass that little beaver was doing his adventures on was Wolf Creek Pass, as evident from Red Rider, The Secret of Wolf Canyon. And when he says, and take it in the canyon down, you haven't gone up yet, have you? So you have to go up before you go down. So, and the canyon down is the South Fork Canyon. South means down. And so you take it in the canyon down, you're going in the South Fork Canyon. See, I'm looking at the camera at the bottom of the screen right now. I guess that works okay. But the camera is probably best right in the middle of the screen. Yeah, right there, right in the middle of my picture. And then I'm looking at the camera and the screen. There you can see the buzz, the cannabinoid, and my little sign. Oh yeah, the first time I went through Pagosa Springs in 1994, I think. I was married to a woman in Denver, and we were going to her cousin's wedding or something in Farmington, and went through Pagosa Springs. And when I went through there, I thought, oh man, I would love to live here. This is an awesome place. It's out. Nobody knows this little jewel is here, you know. Pagosa is pretty, but it's gotten it's grown up since '95. I'll say that. It's a lot busier now than it was then. But it has the world's deepest hot springs, where warm water halts the deepest in the world. The deepest. That's where warm water halts. It doesn't halt at 100 feet. It doesn't halt at 300 feet. It halts over 1,000 feet down at Pagosa Springs. And I've seen things people have lowered stuff 2,000 feet and at bottom. There's a big hole down there. And if that hole wasn't full of water, the whole valley probably collapse in on it. Be a caldera. Because the reason it is a hot springs is because of the volcanic nature of the area. And the La Garita caldera, which is 4 times the size of the Yosemite or Yellowstone caldera. And I saw somebody talking about what was it happening? Something was happening in Yosemite. Oh! It was a video of a black guy in Yosemite complaining that there weren't any other black people there, or that there were too many white people there. And it's like, anybody can go there. It's just your people are just love the ghetto. I guess I don't know. You get out, anybody can go. You're there, you know. But then there was another guy commenting on it and all, and he was bringing up buffalo. And it's like there are no buffalo in Yosemite. The buffalo are Yellowstone, not Yosemite. And Yellowstone Creek is about 20, 25, about maybe 30 miles at the most to the northeast of here. Right on the other side of the Sangre de Cristos is Yellowstone Creek in Alamo, Colorado. Alamo, Colorado. It is Alamosa. Alamo. So Alamo is part of Alamosa. And what's her name? Amelia Earhart landed here. Yeah, I bought a 18 pack of beer a couple weeks ago and drank it with my neighbor over 2 days. Well, they were 16 ounce. 18 pack was $17. That's 12 pack cost that much, or 12 ounce cans cost that much, but they were 16s. Ooh. Yeah, the thing. One reason I did this thing here with the. You're always. The reason I have that many is because you lose them, you can't find it, so you go get another one. Well, once I found all the ones I lost, I got to keep them together, keep them where they don't go in my pocket, because in your pocket you can rest on the button and they can catch on fire in your pocket, and they're dangerous in your pocket. But I'm going to modify it, these, instead of just strings that are tied and they're permanent on there. I'm putting them each on a lanyard, and then I'm going to put have the lanyard attached to the ring up here with these little carabiners, so that I can take them off. It'll go around my neck, and I take it with me. Just take one with me. Yeah. The Case Eagle, the eagle of the Case tractors, that was the Screaming Eagle of Wisconsin. It's all from Wisconsin, and it's the same eagle. The old Abe, the Screaming Eagle, that my great grandfather went to 34 battles with the eagle, and the eagle loved. My great grandfather played the fife, and the story was that the eagle loved to hear Yankee Doodle on the fife, and that's why my great grandfather and the eagle both retired when my great grandfather was shot, and he spent a year in the hospital in Memphis and retired. He had some damage to his left arm, and so because the bullet went through his left shoulder, went through his left arm, his left shoulder, and it came out through his right shoulder blade, and all the way across, without going through the lungs, a major artery, a major nerve, and he laid there for 3 days before a general found him. And the general says, "If you give me your hand, soldier, I'll help you up." And my great grandfather, Chris, he says, "Go to hell, I'll get myself up." Because he'd been shot through both shoulders. It's like, don't fucking touch me. So, and you know what? It's okay to say the F word on YouTube, because Tucker Carlson does. He told somebody, he was talking to somebody. That was why he was interviewing somebody. Can I use the F? I think he was talking to Roger Waters, or one of them Pink Floyd guys. And So yeah, and Tucker's, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, fire. You can use it, say whatever you want. But YouTube penalize you, and there are people on YouTube that'll say, "Oh, you're a bad person." No, I don't use it as much, near as much as people on the Streets channel. Oh, I got a good video coming up. I got a good one coming up. It's on my laptop. I'm waiting. I'm gonna have. I need more credits to complete making the video part of it, but I've got the script and I got to add about another minute to the video. But I got a stand up comic coming. It's gonna be good. I give you a little preview. I'll give you a little preview. Let me see. Did you hear that? I don't know. You got to start back at the beginning. And I'll get, yeah. Let's see. Can this expand? No. Okay. Let me see. You'll share it. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're roasting a man who single-handedly turned the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt into his personal therapy session. Give it up for Jeff Street. The only man who claims to have solved the poem, but somehow still needs 6 hours of live stream to explain why everyone else is wrong. The only man... Jeff, mate, if your ego was any bigger, it would need its own zip code in Wyoming. Jeff starts every stream like a humble woodsman. Greetings all, hope everyone's doing good. Jeff starts... Well, then 5 minutes later, he's calling everyone narcissists while flexing how he read the playbook on human nature. Jeff, darling, the only playbook you've read is How to Gaslight 10-1, Chapter 1. Accuse others of what you're doing right now on camera. Jeff, darling, you say you dropped out in 8th grade because you didn't want the system to mold your mind. Respect. Jeff, darling, the only playbook you've read is How to Gaslight 10-1. But Jeff, love, the system didn't mold you. It looked at your brain and said, nah, this one's already a pretzel. Pass. But Jeff, love, the system didn't. You've spent 10 years chasing a treasure that was found in 2020, insisting it's all about San Lazaro and the legacy. Mate, the only legacy here is you turning a treasure hunt into the world's longest group therapy circle jerk. Mate. Jeff, you're not detached from humanity. You're the guy who shows up to the family reunion with a PowerPoint on why everyone's wrong about Uncle Bob's meatloaf. Jeff, you're not... You claim you're here for wonder and pity, observing the circus. Mate, you're not the audience, you're the clown with a megaphone yelling. Look at me! I'm not like the other clowns! You've got more drama than a soap... Look at me! I'm not like the other clowns! You've got more drama than a soap opera written by AI. Look at me! I'm not like the other clowns! You've got more... The public sucks, you say. Jeff, the public is the only thing keeping your channel alive. The public sucks, you say. Without them, you'd be talking to your sofa cushion about how a car part destroyed your delusional narrative. And the hypocrisy. You attack people for fragile egos while admitting you interrupt everyone because if you don't say it now, you'll forget. And the hypocrisy. Jeff, your brain isn't ADHD. It's a browser with 47 tabs open and no incognito mode. 1 minute you're lost in thought. Jeff, your brain isn't ADHD. The next, you're lost in a 6-hour rant about how everyone gaslights you. Pot kettle, the entire kitchen is on fire, and you're live streaming it. The next, you say you distance yourself from wishing for a good outcome. Brilliant. That's why you keep coming back. And admit the only thing you solved was how to fill airtime with no coincidence stacked mile high. And admit the only thing you solved was how to fill airtime with Final thought, Jeff. You gave up on the American dream. Fair. But the dream didn't give up on you. It took one look at your streams and said, final thought, Jeff. You gave up on the American dream. Fair.
So, yeah, that's going to be it. I'm wait. I wanted to finish the other part, but I got a couple sections I'm going to add in the middle of that, and that's going to be up as a one single video. Probably about like 3 minutes or so of Jimmy Carr. And the funny thing, Jimmy Carr is a car. Carr is how it's spelled. It is a Fenn with woods. In the wood, a Fenn in the woods. No kid, a car. The definition of Carr. And if you go to the Fenn School for Boys in Concord, Massachusetts, it's right there at Carr Road, Carr. There's a Fenn in England, and the Fenn is a muddy bog. If it has trees in it, then it's a car. What's that have to do with Forrest Fenn? It's like, God damn. Just gave you the definition of Fenn. And he's got in the wood. So you take a Fenn and you put wood in it, and you got a car. And we're chasing Little Beaver. He's riding horses with Little Beaver over mountain passes, and Little Beaver lived in Pagosa Springs. What mountain pass do you think Little Beaver's going to be going over, huh? Jesus Christ. You people are stupid if you don't see it. You're just stupid. Especially Street. He's Beyonce. He's retarded. You're retarded, Street. You're so biased. You're so egotistical that you can't even examine that what I'm telling is the absolute truth. Little Beaver was written by Fred Harmon, who was born and died in Pagosa Springs, lived his whole life there. He's a Colorado native. And then Forrest, even in Ramblings and Rumblings 1, says that Fred shot himself and it wasn't with a BB gun. And what's heavy load mean? Oh, man, I can't feel it. It's a bigger bullet, you dumb, God, some people are just so fucking dense. You can't teach idiots. It's like back in the 80s and stuff. There used to be stories about the Saudi pilots and stuff. The Arab pilots couldn't tell if they were flying upside down, and they'd pull up and go into the ground, stuff like that. Because you can't teach idiots. You can't teach it. Yeah. Swimming isn't a very hard thing, but there are lots of people that can't swim. They panic and they don't know the mechanics of swimming. You don't swim with your fingers like this. You swim with your hands cupped. You make paddles out of your hands, not rakes. I don't think anybody ever tried that. Do the rake swim. I was on the swim team, and you think it's a windmill, a circular thing, the arm. No, when you're on the swim team, you're pulling down in front of your body. You pull when you hit the water, and you pull and push the water under your body. That's how I swim 500 yards in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I swim 100 yards in 52 seconds. So that's, so I have a little bit of athletic background. That's why I'm not, why people call me babyface, because I'm not. Where are the wrinkles? I'm be 70 in 18 months. I'll be 70. Uh, it, but I get no respect because people think I'm younger because I don't look like I'm 68. But next year I'm going to be 69. I'm going to need to have a girlfriend by then. Yeah, I done the Jimmy Carr one. I think Jimmy would approve. I think I say, hey Jimmy, you post this for me. If you don't like it, then do a live one of the same stuff, same script. A real one, yeah. But I got some more to add to that. Am I still on? Because the chat seemed to have stopped. Oh, okay. That's one yours. Yeah, I did my mile swim in the Tuolumne River. That's the runoff from Hetch Hetchy Reservoir out of Yosemite. Sierra runoff. I mean, the water is like 55 degrees. I swam a mile in it. I could do the swim. I could probably do the swim from Alcatraz to San Francisco. You got to get it at the right tide level. It took me 17 minutes to swim a mile. That's pretty freaking good too. And when I did that, the swimming hole was on the river, right? So there's like a dock or a little pier on each side with boards going down in the water so you could do flip turns going back and forth across the river. And so while you're going back and forth across the river, the current's going across. So I got current coming from the side and I'm going back and forth between these two posts in water that's 55 degrees in a swimsuit, Speedo, because I was on a swim team, Oh, yeah, Speedo. Oh, yeah. With a few beavers. Bendy. Titties. T, A, and B. Tab. Titties, ass, and beaver. Oh, is that what that is, Fendi? Titties, yeah. TTYs. Then my little baby girl here. Oh, did I wake you up? Did I wake you up? You don't want to be awake. You're a cutie. Oh, did I wake you up? Did I? What's going on, huh? You see yourself? See that little puppy there? Huh? See that puppy? She's, let's see, April, May, June, July. She's 3.5 months old. Other dogs are outside. But I kind of went over the Forrest Fenn stuff there, a couple little things there. But that's really important. This is a book of answers, and the first thing is telling you he's talking about Wolf Creek Pass right there. Red Rider and Little Beaver. Everything in between. So the canyon down is the South Fork Canyon. It's on the other side of Wolf Creek Pass. And right there it says, over the pass. through mountain passes. So to go through the mountain pass, you gotta go over the pass. So that's that's confirmation there. Got to be a lot of people that don't want to believe it. Hey, because I can. It's happening, Tony. She likes to talk to me. She likes to talk, don't you? You going to sleep? No? No, she's going to scratch her ear. But yeah, I think the guy that made this in Salida, I looked on Google Maps and it looks like his gallery is even gone. I don't know. He made a bunch of these things because he was old 10, 12 years ago, when 2015 and stuff, when I got that thing. So the artist that made that thing is dead. That's the only cannabinoid left on the planet. Ooh. Oh. Oh, yes. Yeah, I gotta wait till like 8:30 before I have credits to finish my Jimmy Carr stand-up routine. It's not hard to do that. Oh, I'll show you another one I made. Another thing I made for fun here. Where is it? Oh, come on. Where to go here? You gotta get it open and then show you. I'll put it there. I'm looking at my second screen over to the side. Camera's right here. But yeah, maybe if I go over here. Pictures. There it is. Fenny's gonna like this one. Share screen. And, yeah. That's a good one. Oh, Fendi, you like that? Poobah. Poobah. Yeah. Oh. What do you think of that? Old Willie and Mitch. Hey, and you do one with Keith Richards. Keith Richards and Mitch. Yeah, there were a lot of things he held up. Then his wife's a Chinese spy. My God. She went to China. He had a heart attack and she went to China to meet with the vice president of China. She's a Chinese. Fucking, yeah. That's why, and we're going to crack down on the commies finally. Ooh. This one's on a little carabiner. but I'm gonna have them on put them on lanyards and just have the lanyards attached up here on the ring with the carabiner. So I can take the lanyard off and I could add more to it. But I got it so it spins. The floating vape pens. Uh, it's called yeah, because it's like a dream catcher because it's a ring, but I call it a buzz catcher because you catch a buzz with it. uh, send that picture to Willie Nelson. But I hear I think Willie's not in good shape either. From what I heard. Look, William Shatner, dude's 95 years old, and he's doing a heavy metal album. Why not? You know, you don't want to limit. You don't want to limit what you can be. I called people that I sold my car to these people. Yeah, they supposed to make a payment here real soon. They got like 5 days to make a payment. Because yeah, they gave me $1,200 down and they owe me $800. So yeah, they need to pay me. Then I'm going to work on building about a 12-foot by 24-foot portable building. Portable, like on two 6x6 skids, you know, and then you just build the building on top of it. And I make the skids so they can be pulled onto a flatbed. So like gluing 2x6s together to make 6x6s, you know, and staggered and nailed and all that, nailed and glued, and make them like beams, make 6x6 beams from 2x6s. That way I can get 24 feet. Now I want to build a pyramid here. It's really a green, like a greenhouse, but it's a pyramid greenhouse. Oh yeah, I could do it with that, dude. Yeah. Just make it waterproof. And it's like tiled the sides so that and it's fabric covered, and but it'll all be like if one you got a hole in it, you only have to replace that one section, uh 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot triangles. And so that the reason I'm making 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot triangles is the lumber comes in 8 foot sections. But then there'll be stretched vinyl on it, and stacked up all the way up the sides. And now there'll be a deck like 32 feet in the air, and then it'll go another 20 feet higher to the point. But the top will open up, and there'll just be a deck on top. And it should be seen from which one's brain dead? Which one's brain dead? How's your world, Chuck? Why ain't you in the swimming pools, Fendi? Uh, uh, ah. No, I can change that message back there. Oh, I think I'd have to go get my phone. And I'm about done. I'm running out of talking. I decided I'd go live because I've been gone for so long. Looks like Street ran off. Uh, who'd he run off? Did he run off Mario yet? He ran off Ian. I thought he was calling him Ann. Like, you're so stupid. People don't even know when you say Ann, you nobody knows who you're talking about. You fuck. So, but even Ian doesn't see. He's so blinded by his solution that he can't see any truth in anything else. That's how all these guys Street, he believes that Forrest. When Forrest doffed his hat and put on mildew and all that, and got the pictures with me and all that stuff had his private eye come. Would you like your picture with Forrest? And Whitey asked me because I was the shy guy. I looked and there's a line of women waiting to talk to him. And I said, oh, they ain't going to get a chance to talk to him with all them women lined up to talk to him. But he was sitting in a chair that was next to the chair. And on the other side of the chair he was sitting next to was the Model A cowl. So anybody who sat in that chair didn't know. And that's why they had me move it there. They had me put it right there. And then they put the two chairs next to it. That's why they asked me to move it. It wasn't because some there wasn't any. I had that thing sitting up on the wall. It was fine where it was. It was out of the way. No, you don't go climbing on the wall. It was sitting there. And Street makes it like it's some kind of a hazard or something, right? But I was asked to move it specifically where it is in the picture with Candyman and Forrest. And those are somebody else's pictures, not my pictures. But so Candyman is sitting between the cowl and Forrest is talking to him. Candyman's got his back to the hot metal. Okay, when he went in his special place at the waterfall, my waterfall video, that is walking distance to where the car was. It's like half a mile, and the car is in the D meadow of the word wood. It's at Tucker Ponds, which is tired and weak. You can't just say, "Oh, it's just a car part." No, it's not just a car part. It's in the wood. It's at Tucker, tired and weak. There's a special waterfall. It's a spring waterfall in the late summer, early fall. It's just a brook, if anything. There's not a lot of water through it, but at the spring runoff, it's a beautiful it's actually a cascade because it comes down a slope. It doesn't drop. It comes down a slope and then it drops at the bottom, near the bottom where it goes into the creek. But that's right, but that's his special place. And in My War for Me, what did he find? The grave marker? What was it made of? Aluminum. It was metal. It was hot metal in the sun. Like the final clue is where he parks, where his car be found, where his car was found. It says where his car was found, semicolon, at the museum. But that semicolon separates it. This is like there's a list of things that go after that. Then the final clue is where his car was found. His car was found at that point when the book was put out, and the bullet came home is in reference to Return to Taos, and the bullet car Return to Santa Fe. You people, people. Why do I have to say it like? Because people don't freaking listen. They don't pay attention to what's being said. They don't understand. They don't understand. They. What do you mean, car? Everything was about a car. Don't you know that car was a part of the family? He said. And he didn't want, Peggy said this, but didn't want the car to hear, he didn't want the car to hear it was shot. You know? And then after the Fenn burrito hat doffing and the mildew and stuff, and Street, I asked Forrest what that was about, and he said it was a practical joke or something. You know, he was just joking. He was trying to put one on. No, the thing was Street, you dumb fuck. It was none of your fucking business. It was none of your fucking business, and he wasn't going to tell you the truth of what happened there. It was none of your fucking business, you dumb fuck. You're not as important as you think you are, Mr. Street. Mr. I'm gonna give you an update on everything in the chase, and yeah. Well, you need to go see a shrink, Street, and have them watch your videos and listen to you, because you're a freaking narcissist and a hypocrite at that. You're a hypocritical narcissist. You don't see the shit you are doing yourself that you accuse everybody else of doing. Ooh. You got other accounts and stuff. You go and you make comments that are just like, it's like, what a fucking retard made that? What retard made that fucking comment? That'd be Street. Nobody else is that stupid. Yeah. So, yeah, this is one of my things from some. I made this with rock art I found, and my art and perception of what I see here. You see the people. That's in the scepter of Anubis. In Anubis's scepter, there's a row of people across here going to this ramp, and they're going off into the vortex. There's Anubis with the red lips, red mouth. And these people are in his scepter. This is his. This is the scepter over here, but the art in the back depicts what's inside the scepter. But yeah, this stuff goes back to Atlantis. There are other videos, other people saying that America is Atlantis. Okay, Atlantis disappeared. It was on the other side of the ocean. It disappeared. And then America magically appeared. Oh, yeah. And now they're finding that there were people here leaving footprints or leaving footprints 25,000 years ago in New Mexico. And there was evidence of people carving up mammoth and getting bone marrow out of the bones from a mammoth from 125,000 years ago in San Diego. So there have been people here a lot longer than they give any credit for. I mean, it destroys Lucy. We would have to be just to listen to this crap. This crap? You think this is crap? You don't want me to think much of you, do you? When you call what I'm telling you crap, and while you're smooching with Street, you know, you kind of you don't really know what you're talking about. It just tells me that you're not a smart person. Yeah, well, just funny. You know, I got enough trouble with people that don't believe fucking shit. People that didn't read the book. Uh, People criticizing what I say about Once Upon a While who have never read Once Upon a While. People, yeah, people who never read Too Far to Walk. People who never read The Thrill of the Chase. People that are illiterate and don't know what a bullet point is, and look up a bullet journal. The keys of a bullet journal. And the keys are the different bullet points. There's a round one, there's a hollow one, circle, there's a filled in circle, there's a square, there's a filled in square, there's a square with an X. They're all bullet points, the different bullet points that you can have in a document and stuff. Uh, Look up on your word processor bullets. It'll show you your bullets. And one of the bullets is that square block that ends every chapter, except for important literature that ends with an asterisk. And in the bullet journal, an asterisk is an important bullet point. It is a bullet point also. So every chapter ends with a bullet point, including important literature. It just ends with an important bullet point. And if you can't accept that, you're stupid. It's just plain stupid. If you can't accept that as fact, you're stupid. That's my biggest problem with people is how many stupid people are out there. And really only about 5% of people are, or even less than that. It's like 1 in 20,000 have an IQ of 154 or higher. Only one person out of 20,000 people. Everybody else is less than that. But the mass, the IQ curve, that 1 in 20,000 is like way out here. The wave is up here. It goes. I'm going the wrong way. Well, it doesn't like that. It comes up. It goes. And it's way out there. You know. It, the because the curve, most people are near the center. About 90% of the 80% of the people are crunched in between 90 and 120, you know. And actually, where they put the center, the 100, there are more people less than 100 than over 100. I was like, holy smokes. That means, oh, way more than half the population, probably 70, 80% of the population is below 100 IQ. They're barely functional. Ooh. Oh, that's I had to take my afternoon cortisone. Ah, yeah. I want to go up and I go up and make a video of some of the stuff that I've found up here in the rocks. Try and make a more documentary like of it, because the one girl up in the um, up on the side of the hill, the one that's, let's see, it'll be on my Facebook. There, there. Uh, uh, no, no. Full page. Oh, there. Okay. Zeno Bayou and two others followed me. Oh no. Oh, that's a screenshot. That's I can't click X on it. There. Okay, now I'll share it. Yeah. There. Hey, right here. So, here's Raquel Welch, right? Was it 10 million BC or something? But right here is this woman standing here on the cliff. Look, see, here's her face. There's her mouth. There's her eye, another eye. And she got this big black hairdo. And then she's got this leopard like outfit. I don't know if that's a pattern on her dress or her bush. And then her legs are coming down, you know. She's 100 foot tall. You know, look at the tree on the side of the picture over on the right side of the picture. There's a tree, and that's this 100 foot woman. Uh, what is it? Sushi. Uh, that band. Oh fuck, the Tubes. The Tubes, they have a song, The 50-Foot Woman, you know? Well, I found the 50-foot woman. This ain't no little petroglyph. This ain't no little petroglyph. There's a big, but there's a lot of other stuff there. It's very hard to see, but there's a lot of other, like you see the figure over here. You see this head over here and the rock on this side of the picture. And the arms crossing, the arm comes down, the hand comes up. They're sitting like, yeah, it's just, oh, it's like that. See, it's like that over there on the left side of her. There's somebody sitting there, and their legs, and then their legs come down. Their feet are here. They're sitting in a chair or something and looking over this way. But there's a woman here. There's another figure here next to her. There's other figure all across here. There's this one over here. It's like George Washington over there. Forrest Fenn, showed him the totem, Fenn's totem. And I said, "Who's that guy there?" And he said, "That's George Washington." But yeah, this freaking 100-foot woman on the canyon wall, nobody's seen it before me. I'm the first one to notice the woman up there. So I'm going to go get some video of it, because people are thinking, "Oh, you made that." No, nope, that's a photograph. Those both photographs. So, and then I got, oh yeah, I can show you some others, huh? Um, there it is. like this guy. Looking for Lewis and Clark, right? over there, somewhere over there. Yeah. It ain't natural. It ain't natural. It's very eroded, and it might have had to have been spectacular when it was new, you know. But you think 25, 30,000 years old, that's older than the Sphinx. But this rock is harder than the Sphinx, so this rock can withstand it a little better. But it's still there are figures carved in all these rocks. Greg, 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 Treasure, Brutal Truth, or are you talking the other Greg Keller? Hey, Greg Keller and Greg Allen. Greg Allen is Greg Thompson, but Greg Kelly, Greg. They're a bunch of Gregs. Brutal Tooth Greg. Yeah. What a vape. uh, I never heard of him. Yeah. Okay. Captain Kidd saying that he's Greg. uh, was in this dream that there were vape pens floating around the room. And hey, MJ, where's MJ? Did MJ block me or something? 'Cause I don't see her. Huh. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't looking at the blue ones. Yeah. Hello. Well, that's what happens when you don't use your real name. People have to guess who the fuck you are. And when I don't, I tend to have less respect for for the ones that don't use their real name. More respect if you got your real name, unless your name's Jeff Street. He deserves no respect. And he needs Jeff Street needs Rodney Dangerfield shoes. Make a song about that. Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield shoes blues. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was quite a rock there. And I don't know if you've seen my cave. The cave I found. There. So this almost 360. A lot of it didn't come out, but enough of it came out to show the cave. And there's an entrance at each end, and the rock you're looking at is a rock that's leaning against the canyon wall. And so you can kind of go up inside here. I'm sure people lived in there at one time. And what I didn't think about when I was there was looking under the rocks, see what was there. But there are figures in the. They used that smoke on the wall, and they used it. They pecked at that and made art with that also, you know. And there's layers of art. There's art on top of art. One big face can have 10 little people crawling on it. Because they ate a lot of the Amaryllis muscaria that grew in the area. Read you the poem. Where the fuck is it? Ah, where to put it? Behind me. Oh, yep, right behind my back. 3 books. Oh. I should read this one. Today I looked up in the sky and saw a sparrow on the fly. What accent secrets does he know? What ancient secrets does he know? Why am I here and cannot go? Today I looked up in the sky and saw a raven flying by. He seemed so focused on his way. So tell me now and why I must stay. Today I looked up in the sky and saw my shadow floating by. It seemed so strange, I wondered why. And now it's gone. But where am I? Today I looked up in the sky and saw that I shall never die. Forget the pain and harm, you see. My loving wife looks after me. Oh, that was the Ode Peggy Jean one. But yeah, but it's a cool little cave. I had to go. I was thinking, man, I had to go up and make a camp overnight in that cave one night. Just go up there and sleep in there. It's heavy, dude. It is solid, freaking basalt like rock. It's volcanic basalt. It's part of the La Garita caldera. But only I know where this cave is. I don't think anybody else has gone to explore that. I don't know if oh yeah, I might have a video of when I went up there. I got to look in my old videos when I was up there when I took these pictures. I think I did make a video on that exploration. So I tended to make one up, and now I feel I can go and I'm more active since I got my medication for Addison's, because now I have the right amount of blood. I'm not dehydrated anymore. So I can climb. I can go up the hill faster and everything, and get around better. But yeah, even things I covet. This. Oh, let's turn off the. This this thing here. This guy that did this. What was his name? Clark Hoolings? I didn't think that was his name. Let's see. Oh, Clark Hoolings gave him the picture. That one. Ben Stahl. So Ben Stahl, this is a Ben Stahl paint palette. Ben Stahl painted it. It's Ben Stahl. And right next to Treasure Falls is a similar scene, except it's the girl climbing up to kiss the boy. Right next to Treasure Falls. And you can't deny that Treasure Falls isn't a hint of riches new and old. Hint of riches new and old. Treasure Falls, Treasure Colorado, Treasure Mountain. 3 treasures. Treasure Falls, Treasure Mountain, Treasure Colorado. And they're right next to Bootjack Ranch. It was owned by David Jennings Brown. At the bottom of Wolf Creek Pass. And so you start your effort there, but you got to take it to the canyon down, which is on the other side of the pass, which is the pass that Little Beaver and Red Ryder stories went over, was Wolf Creek Pass. Red Ryder, Little Beaver, and Wolf Creek Pass. It wasn't going over Monarch Pass. He wasn't going over Tuolumne Pass. He wasn't going over uh, uh, Loveland Pass. You know, Little Beaver was synonymous to Wolf Creek Pass and Pagosa Springs. And then Red Ryder is blazed into the wood of the BB gun with a branding iron back in them days. Teachers with ropes and jump starting the learning cursive in school. It says Red Ryder, and Red Ryder is written in cursive with a rope. It's a rope is the cursive letters of Red Ryder. Jump starting the learning cursive. And obviously, Forrest didn't like cursive. He print everything. Everything's print. That's not cursive. Ooh. They're missing Air Force General Neil. Yeah. It says property in Pagosa. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing in Pagosa. The Underwood typewriter that belonged to who is it, Oppenheimer? Oppenheimer's typewriter is in Pagosa Springs. There's a museum that has his typewriter and his chair because that's where his son lived. And how do we know Forrest wasn't related to one of them guys? Or was his father actually related to Clyde Barrow, or was his father Clyde Barrow? You know, they're about the same age. Look the same. I don't know. Compare the pictures of Clyde Barrow with him. We got that video up of Bonnie and Clyde. You should call it the bullet because it's shot. Yeah, the museum. Hell, I'm right on the other side. The Pagosa is about 100 miles, I think. I think it's like 70 miles to Wolf Creek Pass, and what, another 30 to Pagosa. You'll never see anybody else with floating vape pens. Grape gas. Oh, speaking of grape, you know the grape bat? Oh, well, can we get to read it? Grape bat. Grape bat products, right? And what does it say? Camden, Arkansas, right? But this is a grape bat bank. It had grape bat concentrate and come in an elephant bottle. So, yeah, while the elephant's running by, yeah. And I have a Moses gin bottle with Moses on it, a green Moses gin bottle. Good stoned. And out of my picnic table, I got it on a. You see it sliding on the string up here. There's a. It's just on a string. It goes, way over there. But out of the picnic, so you can slide it across the other side of the picnic table, so there's people on the other side, But or you just put it in the middle, and you get two people on both sides at the same time. Yeah, I don't use no glue. I got my eye on you. Oh, what else happened? How many? Well, it was 10. My God. Yeah, that car part is the rusty key. That's why the rusty key. And if you watch the video when I found it, I have one stick over my shoulder and I'm walking with another stick like Moses, you know. And he puts a rusty key and a stick in the box afterwards as a clue. And then he hints here that there's about Red Ryder and Little Beaver riding horses over mountain passes. Like imagining when he's imagine he's fishing with his father when he's shot down to get out of shock, it's an imaginary. The book, it starts out telling you that you to unlock the clues scattered and you can go home with a bronze chest. It doesn't say and you can find one. You know, when he says when he's talking in person, what matters is what he's wrote in the book. There, you can find one, find it, and down here, It takes it take but it takes metal enough to strike the trail and enough confidence in a maverick to know the treasure is really there for the taking. Metal. You needed the metal, the hot metal, like where he parks his car, the bronze wolves. Caution, wolf sculptures may be hot. You needed the metal. They're Glenna Goodacre's wolves. There's a Glenna Goodacre painting of Eric Sloan in the Fenn gallery right now. She made the Sacagawea dollar. And she made the bronze wolves that are in front of the handicap spaces where Forrest parks at the Denver Museum. And it's not about the space it's about the car that parks there. That car was a part of the family. Don't say shot in front of that car because it's gonna hear you. It was some type of spirit, the spirit of the car, I guess. Yeah, because you don't want the car to hear you say it was shot. Yeah, I got to rig up some stuff to catch rainwater for the next storm. I got a piece of plastic that blew in. I'm going to use catch it off the side of the shed and drape it over the top of the water tank with where it bowls right into the. I got a filter in the top of the tank. There's a little pan with a filter in it that goes in, so the water can go straight in there. But because yeah, I probably had 5 gallons of water on top of over my picnic table. I should have caught that in the water for the dogs. The yeah, 10, 14, Jesus. Um, yeah, what else is in here? You know, there's the bullet car. The bullet comes home. Bingo. Bingo. Somebody yelled, somebody called bingo. Comanches, even Quanah Parker and stuff, you know. The Lonesome Dove, Quanah Parker, and like his Santa Fe, was it something in cattle company? His cattle company is related to the Lonesome Dove cattle company or horse and cattle company, something like whatever it is. The Lonesome Dove. Well, there's the Lonesome up here in South Fork was the Lonesome Dove cabins and RV resort right next to the Moon Valley cabins are. Each of them had 4 cabins, just like the dude, and they had RV spaces in 4 cabins. But it's the dove in the Moon Valley is the crescent moon with the dove in it, and the axe man, the guy with the axe, is at the Hungry Logger restaurant. Some people bought it a couple years ago, and they were going to open it and stuff, but frickin' state wouldn't give them their frickin' liquor license, and so those people wasted like $750,000 on the place. It's a shame because of the state regulations. Yeah. Oh yeah, when it rains here, it dumps. And then the shit goes out into Texas and causes tornadoes. They get started here, though. Pirate. I got pirate flags outside. I just put up some more little sparkle lights around the RV and around the picnic table area. I just keep adding more lights because it makes it a better atmosphere, you know, makes it a more cheerful atmosphere. My ancestors, my ancestor was uh, was the governor general of Jamaica. He, um, Sedgwick, Robert Sedgwick. Yeah, General Robert Sedgwick. He took Port Royal from the French, and he ordered the construction of Kingston, Jamaica. He's buried on Spanish Hill, but he's my ninth, 10th great grandfather, 10th great grandfather. I think. I think I even have a couple different branches of the family that go to him. Um, so yeah, it was my ancestor was the first English governor of Jamaica after they took it from France, and they let the pirates have Port Royal was, but then I think not long after he died, they had a big earthquake and Port Royal sunk into the ocean, and to this day you can't go scuba diving on the old town of Port Royal because they know there's a lot of gold down there. Port Royal, if you wanted to, yeah, go in there, get a rebreather, and come in from a mile away, dressed as a great white, yeah. uh, no rain here, yeah. Yeah, we had about a 20-minute downpour with some lightning and stuff. Right. See? See, Boogeyman? Boogeyman. That's why his typewriter's in the Pagosa Museum. His Underwood typewriter. And I want to see a picture of the typewriter in the museum and compare it with the typewriter in the book. And see if it's the same typewriter. Is that Oppenheimer's typewriter in Fenn's book? There he was. 49, 50. Mirror on the wall. Oh, yeah. And look, he's mirror on the wall chapter in Too Far to Walk. And there's the typewriter. He's looking at the mirror and talking about this typewriter. This is Forrest Fenn, really Oppenheimer's illegitimate kid. And he's got family pictures in the map. But yeah, I was sitting here. I had this book sitting here right next to me, and the puppy was sitting over here. And I looked at her, what are you chewing on? And yeah, she had chewed the corner of the book off. I'm gonna have to get a copy and put it in a box and never let it come out where anything can touch it, you know? So, yeah, good. Yeah. But I want to see if the one in Fenn's book is the same one at the Pagosa Museum, you know? And I brought them back on the airplane from Athens. I got them at the Little Kook in Athens, Greece. The golden elephants. And then the customs. You got anything in your bag? Yeah, I got 6 elephants in there. Yeah, 6 elephants. That's all. I think they would have known that. When you go through when you go through TSA at the airport and they scan your bag, they've seen the elephants. Yeah, he does have 6 elephants in there. I have 6 pups. I have 6 dogs. I have really 3 puppies. 2 of them are just 7 months old. But I'm keeping those 2. I got 2 attached to them. So yeah, I got the little puppy. She's going. Uh, Neighbor, somebody buying a lot a couple blocks down was going to buy her when he got back here from Texas, and I'm keeping my Sapphire. She's just too adorable. I don't know if I can get her in here. Sapphire, come here, Sapphire. But yeah, she's just beautiful, and she's a long hair, and her face with her blue eye and all. She's I couldn't get rid of her. I wouldn't want anybody to mistreat her, so I keep her. And I was going into town yesterday, and and up about halfway, about 5 miles out of town, I see a dog crossing the road that looks like it's a pup from my dog. It's like there's nobody in this area that got one of her puppies, but it looked like one of Jill's puppies from at least a year old. I did sell a few for that. I don't remember which ones. I have to look at the pictures and see which ones had the lighter. Because some of them come out with black and gold, and some come out black and white. Sapphire is black and white. Jesus came out half Laponia and half Aussie. His face split down the middle. He's in the beginning of this video. He's Jesus because I resurrected him. Ah, yeah, at the museum site, yeah. You gotta get it. The same way he looked at the forensics of the peace pipe, or the keys worn out the same and stuff like that. Is it the same typewriter? And he's looking in the mirror and he's looking at Oppenheimer. But that wouldn't have given him his Texas draw. So Gold and white. Yep. Yeah. Well, the yeah, Jack's red. Jack's a red merle. Jack's a red merle. He's got red and brown, white. And Jill's a blue merle. But Jesus is a blue merle and a Laponian. That's why he's funny looking. And as soon as he hears me wake up and turn on, some sound, some music, or start watching something on YouTube, something that the speaker comes on. As soon as he hears that, he's in here to greet me in the morning. Yeah, he's a good little dog. And he gets along good with Jack. But I'm sure there's probably somebody else streaming by now because I am. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that thumbnail, that's Moses parting the Rocky Mountains. And there's two women across the way looking at him. He's a little guy, but the women are giants. You just gotta have the man look at the picture. It's in the picture. There's some that's right around the corner. I mean that if 100-foot woman is right around the corner from Moses. That's where Moses is and everything. And Moses is 8.25 miles from the the SF city limits, which is South Fork. That's where Moses is. 8.25 miles south of South Fork, not north of Santa Fe. They're both SF. Right, and it's right by the chain station. So when you're talking to the links and it's right by the chain station, you know, there you go. That's why you and then Return to Taos. Eric Sloan shows you how what a link in a chain is. He shows you how many links are in a chain and so on. Yeah. So uh, the same thing. It's been a few. Yeah. 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 He's a red. That's what he's called, red merle. But he's got brown, red. He's got like four different brown reds and then white too. It's like Jill. She's got gray spots and kind of pewter color, off gray with some other color, and white and black and then blue eyes like Jesus. Well, yeah, I got. I'm gonna have pizza fourth day in a row. I got me a pan pizza at Domino's. They had real good $9.99 any pizza, all toppings. Boom. So I got the sausage, pepperoni, ham, uh, olives, onions, and extra cheese. And but it didn't. They pulled it out of the oven before it was really finished, and so it's like it was okay. The first couple slices were out, but looks like the cheese was still. So it's better redone in the microwave. So I've had pizza the last 3 days so far, and I got one more, 2 slices for today. 100-foot woman. Yeah, listen to the tubes. 50-foot woman. 50-foot woman. She stepped on all the men. But really, that picture, it's just like it matches Raquel Welch in 10 billion million BC. I think it's 10 million BC. But this art I think is maybe 25,000 years old, or maybe older. It's the Atlantic. It's Plato said Atlantis had a large rectangular valley, a high, large rectangular mountain valley surrounded by high mountains covered with crystals. That's the San Luis Valley. And Plato described the San Luis Valley. And the plains of Atlantis are 10,000 stadia across. That's 1,200 miles. A stadia is 600 feet. And when you do the math, it's 1,200 miles. And that's the Great Plains. And the Moses figure I found is actually Thoth, Lord Thoth. And he's crying the invocation as in my robe of purple and gold and my crown of silver, I raise my arms and cry the invocation that opens the passage to the plains beyond. At the Wolf Creek Pass, it's the passage. He's showing the way to the Great Plains up here in the Rocky Mountains. It's from Lord Thoth. Thoth and Anubis came from Atlantis. I found both Thoth and Anubis carved in the rocks here. Thoth was riding a pelican, not an ibis. It's crazy. But the stuff is there. I found Thoth and I found Osiris. Remember, Forrest Fenn told us that he couldn't find his penis. Well, I found Osiris holding his freaking penis that nobody had found since Osiris lost it. No, you saw it, didn't you? Didn't you see the picture when I put it up? I put it up again. Oh, I gotta show you. This one here. This is Sapphire. You see why I'm keeping her? She's too beautiful. That's Sapphire. Um, 100-foot woman. I'm getting to it. It's up here. See, she's right here. There's her face in there. Here's her shoulder, her other shoulder, her hand coming up, her other hand hanging down here. There's her fingers. Here's her legs. Here's a tree. The tree is closer than she is. And see, there's a guy down here too. See his face right here? I'm circling it. He's looking up. She's up here. And there's somebody over here. See, there's a face right on top of Raquel here. See that face? I'm pointing at his nose. There's all kinds of shit carved in this rock. And she is not imaginary. That is really there on the rock. $67 question? What's 67? I'm 68. Oh. Born too late in 58. It's a canyon wall. It's the canyon down. Jeez. Take it in the canyon down. That's the canyon down. Look at this. In between her legs here, there's a guy's head in there. Do you see him? He's got two eyes. He's got eyeballs. But there's a head in there. You're watching on your phone, ain't right? You ain't gonna see shit, right? Yeah. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Should I see? Yeah, look at this guy here. Look at this. See, there's this guy standing here. Here's his arm coming over and his hand on his hip. You see, this thing is on the way to Great Sand Dunes. You can see it from Highway 150, Colorado Highway 150, going into the Great Sand Dunes. This will be up in the canyon from the sand dunes. They say that somebody told me they bombed the whole San Diego Cristo Range to destroy the monuments that were here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I found a human fibula here. It's petrified. Well, see, and this thing is pretty intricate too. Pretty cool. You see, these are eye. You see her eye. That's an eyeball. That's an eyeball. This is a face here. This is a face. This is her black hair hanging off the back. But this is another guy. This is an eyeball. This is an eyeball. This is his teeth. And they're face to face. You know, it's like a man and a woman. There's some stuff squeezed in between. Um, yeah. Now this one here is in Park Creek. Park Road, Park Canyon, off of the South Fork Canyon. It comes out of the South Fork Canyon, goes up to Park Creek to cross Fisherman Bridge, Park Creek, and up to Summitville. That that's a lot of work that had to be man-made. And this here, watch this. This is cool. And they're hiding behind the trees. You can't tell me you don't see that face looking at you. Got dark hair, dark eyes, lips. And another one on the other side. Yeah. Um, yeah, you should be high. Um, I, this is what happens when if you it makes it easier to see them if you eat mushrooms. Yeah, let's show you this one. Look at this. You see right right above where I am here? You see this guy standing there, his shoulders, his head. There's other figures in here. There's is a face, big face in here. There's a head here with the arms up, but there are other people and stuff. And there's this is all it's like a wall of people, faces and bodies. And see, there's profile face here, long nose. His face is in. Um, Once you see it, yeah, I mean, it's like holy shit. Um, oh. And some of them, I increase the saturation in the picture because the colors make a difference. You know, here you see here's a face here, somebody it's over the top of somebody laying down across. Here's the feet of the person laying down, and somebody on top of them. Oh, are they doing the nasty? I don't know, but there's all kinds of stuff carved in these rocks. Yeah, the light at the end is real. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Everything is not real. And this one's cool because it's a group. You stand in here. It's one, two, three, four, five. But this person here might be holding a child or something. And there's somebody here, and there's a couple people here, and there's some faces up above them, and there's a mouth of a big face that's up at the top. But this is a group of people walking across, and this guy's like Bigfoot, you know, right? Or no, that's somebody. He's got his arms around some. It's like a man with his arm around a woman's head, and his other hand over around the other side. There's some strange stuff in this picture. Like this guy right in here. See his face right in there, and there's another face here. But there's a child or something here, and this guy's trying to take him or something. No. But look, there's face down here too. Oh, down here. I was circling on the wrong screen. But this face right here, this guy in here, and his arm coming up, and this is like a kid child or something, and a mother holding it, and maybe that's a father. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of stuff. And this guy over here, some little figures up here. Um, Yeah, but it's like this picture here. I'll show you is so this one over here on the left is my photograph of the canyon wall. This is my coloring of it, and this is what the other two are AI. But this one I colored this photo here, where I just added the color, changed the color, the background color of the gray to her blue shorts or her tan legs. I used the original to make this what I saw on the canyon wall. Is this girl here with her arms up? And then I had the AI say, okay, well, let's have AI fix her up here. And so I even have a song, Who Put the Titties in the AI? That's just for Fendi, right? I know. But that come out. That's different. I call her the glad to see you girl. She's got her arms up, happy. Um, yeah, there are a lot of rocks with a lot of art carved in them up there. Anybody? I don't think anybody sees these pages. But yeah, I'm about done. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna go heat that pizza up and have something to eat. Oh, well, it shouldn't be in there. It should be fine. These are pictures because I don't have my new computer. I don't have the thing to read the drive off of my broken down computer yet. So until I do, I can't transfer my all my pictures and stuff off of that old drive onto the new one. So I'm waiting for that to come. Got a PCI card. I could put four solid state hard drives on it. The little blade ones. But yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna have another toke. Blue. Red. See, coughing and laughing are the same muscle movement. So instead of coughing, you can laugh. That's how marijuana makes you laugh because laughing is better than coughing. You replace the cough with a laugh. Yeah. Reek at the desk. Okay. Yeah. Over at my, when I go to the doctor, he's always going in there and there's a woman with a beard say, okay, greeting you when you walk into the clinic. And it's like, I think I get a different surgeon. If this is okay, yeah, no, I don't want to end up like that. Yeah, Domino's got really, and you know, you compare Domino's. I went and got a Pizza Hut a few weeks ago, and I ordered same type of pizza that I get at Domino's. And, and they had these little tiny sausage chunks. Domino's, you get big chunks of sausage. Great. Italian sausage, big chunks, not little 16th of an inch cubes, you know. uh, yeah, no. If they got lipstick and a beard, get the hell out of there. Lipstick and a beard, earrings, and eyeshadow and everything. Yeah, and the beard and a skirt. Yeah, you don't want to go there. I have a song about that though. Is freak at the front desk? That's what it is. Yeah. I don't know if my sound, because I got a new camera and see it's got a light too, 3 levels, and uh, chicken time. Front desk got this and let's get her on the mustache. Wookie with a Barbie. Fuck. I hate that. Okay, dude, here. I hate that. You know, they think that that's a benefit. It's not. I want my background sound. You know, motherfuckers, YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube. Double blazes, you bastard. How the fuck am I supposed to? That's why I prefer just put them up separate. Uh, I prefer to just put them up separate, you know, because then you hear it correctly. You don't hear it all broken up. Freak at the front desk. Freak at the front desk. Let me see. I can read you the lyrics. There. Uh-huh. And freak at the front desk. Yeehaw, check in line. What in the actual fuck am I looking at? Walked in the clinic for my regular check. Front desk got tits and full lumberjack beard, neck to neck. Name tag says they them. Voice deeper than mine. I'm just trying to get my x-ray, not lose my damn mind. Mascara on the mustache, lipstick on in the stubble. Looking at a Wookiee that lost a fight with a Barbie bubble. What the fuck is wrong with people? I see exactly what you are, a walking carnival ride, a sideshow superstar. You're not a man, you're not a woman, you're a freak show deluxe, mixing parts like a smoothie that even Satan wouldn't touch. I hand over my insurance, trying not to stare too hard while you adjust your binder in your 5 o'clock yard. Oh, freak at the front desk, beard and boobs. What a mess. What a mess. I'll take my x-ray and laugh all the way home. Can't see this grotesque shit. Leave me alone. Freak at the front desk. If the doctor's like you, I'm heading somewhere else. Ain't going under no knife with a freak playing God. I'll detour right around that biological fraud. Society's gone full clown world, no brakes on the train, putting on the circus at the front where the morals feel pain. If that's what they show in public, Lord have mercy on the back. Private life must look like a rejected horror track. Testicles and confusion, mirrors cracking in fear. Well, folks, just okay. So yeah, that's freak at the front desk. I don't know if I put that one up. Did I? Did I put that one on YouTube? Let's look. Let's look. Let's see. Uh, no, no, I haven't put that one up. I haven't put that one online because I figured I get a lot of trouble for it. What's the name of the song? Yeah, I haven't uploaded it. It's called Freak at the Front Desk. Maybe after Dave now mows the grass, he goes live. Yeah. Dave. Oh, yeah. That guy, Dave Olson. That's my sister was married to a guy with the same fucking name. But he was a pot grower and owned a tavern. And did you ever go to the East Side Tavern, Geoduck? You ever been to the East Side Tavern in Bremerton? You ever been there? My sister and her husband owned the East Side Tavern back in the 90s, at least. 90s and early 2000s. That's not a dog, that's a cow blanket. Looks like a dog sleeping over there. Looks like one of my dogs. Nope, not my blanket. Cow. So, all right. I'm going to sign off and eat my pizza, get my pizza going. I'm hungry. My stomach's growling. Talk to you later. Have a good one.